There we go. Alright, part 3. What I wanted to do, guys, is I wanted to show you what I do. Now, basically what I do is I've got a lot of stuff from way back when, but I also sold a lot of stuff. So what I try to do is I search eBay and stuff and try to pick up stuff and do what I can, put it away, save it for later. Now, I wanted to do some kind of instructional video. Now, the majority of you guys, I watch your YouTube sites, and you guys are fantastic. You do a great job on model building and painting, and I get some really cool ideas. So, a lot of you guys might know this already. I don't know, but for some of you that don't, this is what I do. I just stripped this figure right here. This figure had about 5 different coats of paint on it, all different chapters, and I took off the paint, so now it looks pretty clean. Now I want to show you what I do. What I use is this. I use this Testors Elo, which is easy lift off paint and decal remover, and basically it's been made to use safely on most plastics and metal, and to do so it's been formulated to work slowly, so please allow time for perfect results. Now what I do with this is this. I have another big can which I emptied out. Did I throw it away? I must have. Oh no, here it is right here. So that was the original can. I've had this can for years. So that's Testors, and it says Flowcro Poly S right up there in the corner, real small. But here's Elo right here, and this was Poly S Easy Lift Off. So Testors must have bought them out, and the can got a wee bit small, but that's what it is. I put it in a glass jar. Grape jelly, whatever. And what I do is I put the figures in here and I let them sit for a day, maybe 2. So 1 or 2 days would work well. So I'm going to show you. Once you got that done, now if you're going to use, now this is plastic, backpack's plastic, and it's still held up pretty good. You can't do that with all plastics. You got to be real careful. Now this is pretty much gooey, and you'll see this stuff kind of rub off. However, what I use is this. I use an old toothbrush with plastic bristles. When I first did this stuff, I used a wire bristle, and I just messed up the plastic. So what you do now is just now I might have to do this. I might have to open this up because there's so much paint on this thing. Now this I got from the internet, and I buy them real cheap because they're already built, they're already put together, and a lot of people don't want them because I mean some of these things are like painted awful, you know, and they got tons and tons of thick paint coated on them. And it is messy, and I'm wearing my good shirt and pants. I'm expecting Jerry to come over with the trailer to get my bike. So you see it's coming off. And this was actually, I put this Terminator in the little brew here the same time I did this guy here. But this guy this guy was my guy, and I had put I made him an ultramarine, and now he doesn't fit with the squad, so I wanted to strip him down. And it's a lot easier when there's only a small amount of paint on a figure. But when you have like this guy here, he's got a thick coat of several layers. But it will come off. Gotta be careful with this. Okay. So here we go. It does take time. The more paint that's on here, the longer it takes. I should be wearing gloves, but I am a rebel without a clue. You gotta be careful too. I mean, I guess I'm so used to this stuff. You should be wearing gloves, maybe some protective eyewear. But if you do a gentle scrub, it's not that bad. Now see, what I ended up doing was, because it takes a long time with the soft bristle toothbrush, so that's when I went with the hard wire bristle brush, which what happens is it scrapes the plastic. Now the base on this is pretty much melting away. Yeah, now I can get to it. Now basically this strip is almost like a turpentine, and it takes the coats right off. This one has a lot. So what I'm going to do now is so I got it in there. So I use this container. I'm just going to swish it around, try and get some of that excess stuff off. Then I have my little guy here. Oops. So I'm going to pull you out and drop you in there. Put the rest of you in there. Right? I don't know why I did that. Because I don't need to do that. There is a piece of plastic. No, that's why. I want to get that piece of plastic out of there because I don't want it melting and becoming gooey in there. You see this? It's a mess. Now, does it have to be perfectly stripped? Yes, it does. Because you don't want any of this paint residue staying on the model. Because when you go to repaint it, it will flake off. So you do have to be very thorough. And basically, the end result will be like that. But it does take time. It takes a little bit of elbow grease. I got my wedding ring. Oh my God, she'll kill me. That was nice. Forgot all about it. Alright. Let's see what we got here. So, now when you do this, sometimes the glue also comes off as well. It weakens the glue. We're getting there. This Termy used to be a missile Termy. That's what this is, but it doesn't. That's why there's so much glue on the top. So I'm going to need to keep working on this, and I don't want to bore you guys to death. But basically, see it when you got a little bit still stuck in there, which is wet and peeling. So you got to scrub a little bit more. Now you can actually, if you want to, you can do this number. Oh, they are nice and tight. I don't want to break them. Alright, so there's, took off that arm. Now I'm going to take off this arm over here. There we go. Easy. So now that's going to be able to get into the nitty gritty here and get the stuff that I couldn't get before. There we go. Yep. Now, the longer you soak this, the easier this stuff comes off. Now, I think what I'm going to do is probably soak this a little bit more for another day, and that will solve that problem. So I take that, I'll take these, and I'll throw them. Because they're metal, I'm not worrying about it. So I'll soak that for another day. Put that in the water, clean it up a little bit. And that will be that. Throw the rag in here, clean up my jar. Well, guys, that is how I strip my figs. This one isn't too bad. The less coat of paint you have on it, the easier it becomes. The heavier the coat, it's going to be a little bit difficult. But you take off a layer, you take off another layer. If it's too hard, throw it back in, let it sit for another day, and by the time you're done, it should look like that. And just wash them off with some soap and water, get the residue off it, so, and then you can reprime it, and then he's ready to go. And that's what I do. So I hope that's instructional. And take care. God bless. And, you know, 6th of June, D-Day. How about that? To all the vets out there, peace. And thanks. I'll catch you later. Ciao.